Hello, my name is Nate. Welcome to my art lab. I am excited because this month I have challenged my Patreon group to make flowers. There are a million ways to create flowers with fluid art, and I'm excited to see what everybody comes up with. But I also invited a special guest to join us this month. I invited Fiona from Fiona Art. She is famous for doing the reverse flower dip, and I was fortunate enough to take her class at PourCon last year. I was teaching a couple of classes, but she had a full schedule all 3 days teaching almost nothing else but the reverse flower dip because it is a very difficult technique. Not only do you need the right ingredients, but you also need the right consistency. So it was really invaluable to take that class in person. If you ever get a chance, I highly suggest that you do take a class from her in person. She'll be teaching with me also again at the Fluid Art Boutique, which is at the end of June in Dublin, Ireland, and I'm excited to see her. She is a beautiful, lovely human being, and I can't wait to spend more time with her. In this premiere train today, I'll be going first, Fiona will be going next, and then the rest of my Patreons who have YouTube channels will be in the train as well. At the end of my video, I will include the photos from the people who participated who don't have YouTube channels, so everybody gets their art seen, and I'm excited to see what everybody does. Everybody always knocks it out of the park, so I'm really excited about this. They're not limited to reverse flower dips. They can create any flower that they want, but the challenge is twofold. They need to make a flower and they need to make a diptych. So they need to make two flowers. And so lots of things to learn from this. One of the ways that I'm going to make my diptych is to reverse the order that I do my colors. So you can see that I already have my base coat down. This is Amsterdam greenish blue. And then the colors that I'll be using are, this is a pearl white mix with a Vallejo pearl medium and Amsterdam titanium white. This is quinacridone rose light from Amsterdam. This is permanent red violet from Amsterdam. And then this one is permanent blue violet. So I'm sticking with the violets, and I think it'll go very beautifully with the blue base coat color. All of my paints were mixed with glue and water only, so 60% PVA glue and 40% water. And let me just show you my glue that I use. I get this from the hardware store. It is actually a wood glue, but I've checked the ingredients. It is a PVA and it does dry transparent. So I mixed that 60% of that with 40% of water, and then with the pearl white mix, which is Amsterdam titanium white and Vallejo pearl medium 1:1 ratio. I mixed that 1:1 with my glue mix, and then all of these other colors, I mixed 4 ounces of the glue mix to 1 part paint because I wanted to get the exact right consistency. And let me show you that, because the ingredients are important, but the consistency is just as important on this technique. You need both to get both of them right. So you can see that it's surprisingly thin. I call this like a melting mound. It does mound up a little bit, but it disappears immediately and doesn't mound on a mound on top of itself. So that's the consistency we're working with today. I do already have my base coat down because just a few moments ago, I forgot that I did not tape my canvas down to my spinner, and I went to spin this base coat out and it went flying and knocked my paints over. I had to strain them and mix up some new ones and everything. So I've already had one little mishap. Hopefully there will be no more. So I'm about to find my center of my canvas by dipping corner to corner with a string. And then I have this little, the exact same dessert flower cup that Fiona uses. It's great because it has these little channels in the bottom that directs the paint down the side so that it creates the petals, but it also has an indent here so that the paint can travel inside underneath the cup. I get these off of Amazon. You can just search for dessert flower or flower dessert cup, and it came in a pack of 100 for like $20. So, and they're plastic, so you can, if you wash them right away, you can reuse them. And instead of a paper towel, because I'm using a 16-inch by 16-inch canvas, I couldn't find anything smaller at my art supply store. I'm using a bandana. It's a very thin material. It's kind of stiff, but I'm going to spritz this with a little bit of water, and I think it should act exactly like a paper napkin should. So we're gonna give that a try, and hopefully I've got my ingredients correct and my consistencies correct. I'm gonna show you the results no matter what happens, but I'm gonna spin this out. Now that I've taped it down, I'm gonna spin this out so I can even out this base coat, and then we'll get started. I want that paint to roll over the sides. I have already pre-painted my sides and edges because this greenish blue color is transparent. And I'm spinning it out because I used my spatula to put the base coat down, which leaves some ridges, and as I'm pouring over top of the dessert cup, I don't want those little ridges to change the shape of my petals. So I want this base coat to be nice and even, or as even or all the way around as I can get it, and I want it to go over all the edges before I start. Because I'm not sure whether I'll be spinning this out or not, so I want to make sure that all of my sides and edges are covered, and that I have a nice even coat all the way around. Looks like I do. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's find our center first. We're going to go dip this corner to corner, just like that. And it leaves a faint little trace there that I can use to place my dessert cup, hopefully in the exact center. I think that's pretty good. So the first thing I'm going to do, I've reserved a little bit of the base coat here. First thing I'm going to do is prime this with a little bit of the base coat color, just so that channels are nice and wet and that the other colors don't roll over themselves as they go down. There we go. So on this first one, I'm gonna layer dark to light. So I'm gonna start with, I want to start with the Vallejo Pearl Medium first. Just a little bit, like that. And then we're gonna layer dark to light. So I'm gonna start with the blue violet first. And I'm stopping as soon as it hits the base. And I'm gonna put this Vallejo Pearl Medium in between every color. But about half as much each time. Okay, so we went purple, now we're doing the red violet. There we go. Pearl white again. This pink. And back to the purple. I should say blue violet. Pearl white again. Red violet. Pink. That's 2 layers. I'm going to do probably 4. So why don't I go ahead and put some music on for you, and you can watch me play.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I've become. I've been running east, looking for a sunset, digging deep since '99. What I thought was gone was sitting in my pocket in plain sight all along. I think it's time for me to go and burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way, fell between the foam, pulling stitches. Time to let go, so come what may. Don't look before you leave. What you give, you get to keep. So long, farewell, bye-bye. Let's have a toast for those lost old eyes. And my crooked little heart that seems so rebellious is falling apart right now. I'm bleeding, an easy kill, gonna leave it all behind. I think it's time for me to go, burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way, fell between the fold, pulling stitches. Time to let go, so come what may. Caught behind Venetian blinds, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Look at me, mama, what I've become.
Wish that I could be a little clever, find the words to tell you how I'm feeling. Come along, let's take this walk together. We're together, tell me I'm not dreaming. Wait for me, just take a look around you. Can't you see? tell me how you're feeling. All I'm asking is have a little patience, little patience. I don't wanna be dreaming. Wait for me, just take a look around you. Can't you see I'm happy that I found you? Through the rain, through the storm, and through the fire. Baby, please, my darling, won't you wait for me? I admit that I get scared, but every moment that we share is something I would never wanna change. Come along, let's take this walk together. We're together. Tell me I'm not dreaming. Wait for me, just take a look around you. Can't you see I'm happy that I found you? Through the rain, through the storm, and through the fire. Baby, please, my darling, won't you wait for me? Through the rain, through the storm, and through the fire. Baby, please, my darling, won't you wait for me? Through the rain, through the storm, and through the fire. Baby, please, my darling, won't you wait for me? Wait for me.
We were riding high. Do you remember? No one will deny. We were invincible, heading for the sky before we started falling. We were torn apart and then slowly coming to a halt. And we stumbled down upon our knees, so we started crawling. The darker the sky, the brighter the stars, shining upon wherever we are. No matter near, no matter far. The darker the sky, the brighter the stars. Waiting for the dawn. Where to go now? Where do we belong? Yeah, I know that we try to stay strong, but we keep on falling. The darker the sky, the brighter the stars, shining upon wherever we are. No matter near, no matter far. The darker the sky, the brighter the stars. I know there are stories, greater stories to be told. We will carry on and let the future unfold. We were torn apart and then slowly come to a halt. And we stumbled down upon our knees, so we started crawling. The darker the sky, the brighter the stars, shining upon wherever we are. No matter near, no matter far. The darker the sky, the brighter the stars. The darker the sky,
Okay, here's the wet result. This is the second one that I did. I'll bring out the first one, which I've already put in the drying room. Bring it out here in a second. But some observations. I did get some of that beautiful lacing, especially like up in here, but not nearly as much as I wanted. It was really difficult to keep the weight of the paint centered, so I had to adjust my canvas when I spread it out. But look at that. Oh, so pretty. Even without that pearl white lacing that Fiona gets, this is a beautiful painting. I'm really happy with it. It's amazing how a balloon dip brings everything together. And you'll notice that I did dip my finger in there a couple of times. Just there's a lot of paint in the center and I didn't want it to settle out and shift everything around. But yeah, I think that's beautiful. I'm really happy with that. So I think the bandana thing worked. It was a little wonky when it came up, but with a little practice, maybe if I'm not using the spinner, because that made it a little difficult. If I would just had this up on push pins or something, and then moved it to my spinner, that might help. But yeah, I think that totally worked. Let's look at the first one. Okay, wet result on the first one. So I think because of my mishap, I think my base coat on this one had set up a little bit. Because it's just mixed with glue and water, glue dries faster than Floetrol and other pouring mediums. So I think it had set up a bit before I actually started pouring the colors on. So I noticed as I was pouring each color, it wasn't coming out with defined petals, and the dip is the same. So because of the puddles making more of just a round shape, it didn't quite have those defined petals. But again, it helps to pick colors that play well together, because look at that section right there. Isn't that beautiful? That blending is amazing. Little hints of the blue popping up through in various places throughout. Some of the cells and lacing that got stretched out. And again, a balloon dip in the center to bring it all together. I'm happy with both of these. So let's see how they dry. So here is my reverse flower dip Diptych. That's hard to say. Say that 3 times fast. I dare you. I hung them really close together so I could fit them all both in the frame together and close up. I love these. I'm so happy I went with that greenish blue background and these pinks and violets together. So pretty, so much depth, and I'm super, the only thing I would change if I could is to get some more of those beautiful pearls that Fiona gets. But other than that, I'm super happy with them, and they are slightly different. So you can tell that this one on the right is a little more pink and the one on the left is a little more purple, and that's because of the way I layered the colors. But they're obviously related. I think this is a successful diptych. So I'll take you in for the details. One thing I want to point out is, look at that. Oh, that is so pretty. I want to point out that, oh, big truck going past. The glue mix does not self-level the way that something with Floetrol is. You can see how it leaves just a little bit of texture there. So this is the dry canvas, and then this little bit of paint right there, you can see the way it's dried. It doesn't hurt anything, I don't think. I still like them both, but I would prefer it to be flat. So maybe next time I will add a little bit of Floetrol. It makes the paints more elastic and so that they self-level, where the glue dries too fast for it to do that. But again, I'm super happy with these. I hope you like them too. I hope you give it a try. Fiona's video will be following mine, and then the rest of the Art Lab that has YouTube channels. The playlist will be in the video description. But coming up right after this will be pictures from the Art Lab members who do not have YouTube channels. And I hope you stick around and watch those too, because everybody played around with flowers, and who doesn't love flowers? So thank you very much again for watching. Subscribe if you'd like to see more, and go mix up some paints and be fearless.